November, senior year. Roman sighs and slams his locker closed. The metallic clank makes heads turn and Roman potently ignores them, shouldering his backpack. "Whoa!" Patton says from behind him. "Something wrong, Ro?" Roman turns around to see both Logan and Patton looking at him. Patton's brows are drawn together in concern. Logan purses his lips as he looks at Roman thoughtfully. Roman forces a tight smile at his expressions of concern. "Nah, don't worry about it. I'm good." "Your behavior indicates otherwise," Logan replies. The aspiring actor rolls his eyes. "Just drop it, okay? I'm fine." He falls into step with his two friends, pace or two ahead of them. Falsehood. "Logan," Patton says praisingly. Then behind him, Roman hears Patton. "Roman, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but we're always here for you." Harsh retort dies in his throat. Roman swallows, adjusting the strap of his backpack as he slows to stop outside his English classroom. Patton and Logan stop beside him. Logan looks expectant. Patton has his eyebrows slightly raised in anticipation and soft, sympathetic look in his eyes. Roman's eyes. "Mom and Dad came home last night," he says quietly. He sees understanding dawn in both of his friends' eyes. He continues. "We talked about college. It didn't go well." "That's it, okay?" he says, something more tired than angry. The information is perhaps incomplete truth, but the bell is about to ring and Roman really doesn't want to get into it right now. He's still trying to block out any sound of his dad's voice from the night before. What? You're gonna brace around in ties your entire life? Man up, Roman. Be realistic." "I'm sorry, kiddo," Patton says quietly. He opens his mouth to say more, but the warning bell rings through the hallway. With quiet, apologetic look to Roman, Logan nudges Patton's shoulder and nods down the hall. "We got to go to the first history." Patton purses his lips, glancing at Logan and then worriedly looking back at Roman. "We'll talk at lunch?" Roman does his best to keep reassuring, smiling return. "Sure." He ducks into the classroom as Logan and Patton head down the hallway. Logan grabs his seat toward the back of the room, fishing a notebook and his copy of Hamlet out of his backpack as the teacher greets the class and walks through the agenda for today. The aspiring actor did his best pay attention, helped slightly by the fact that Roman did quite enjoy Shakespeare most of the time. Shakespeare was poetry in action, and it had always been easy for Roman to visualize how it would play out when given the script. Despite himself, though, Roman finds his mind wandering back to his parents and the argument they'd had night before. His parents had never been around much. Roman had never felt like they were part of his life, so why did they think they had a right to control it, what he did with it? His dad's detached voice echoed in his head. "These crazy daydreams of yours need to stop, son. You're gonna be a grown man soon." Roman snapped right back at him. "What do you know? You have never been a performance." "Mr. Prince?" Teacher's voice calling his name snapped his attention. At his wide, lost look, the teacher nods to his copy of Hamlet. "Could you read starting line at 98? We are in scene 5. Roman nods, flipping few pages and clearing his throat. "Yeah, from the table of my memory, I'll wipe away all tribal font records. All sorts of books, all forms, all presses of the past. That youth and observation copied there, and thy commandment all alone shall live within the book and volume of my brain, unmixed with baser matter. Yes, by heaven." "Excellent job. Thank you, Roman," the teacher says. "Can you explain to the class what is happening in this line?" Roman skims the next text again, swallows hardly before responding. Hamlet feels pressured by his dad, so he agrees to do whatever his dad tells him because he loves him. Yes, exactly, the teacher praises, then addresses the class. Can anyone remind us what exactly the ghost of his father is asking him to do? Roman tunes out of the conversation again. He's already well familiar with Hamlet, seeing as he had played Larte's freshman year when he had performed. Small part of him had always identified more with Hamlet though. Is that what he's destined to do? Hamlet's quest to fulfill the wishes of his father had led him toward his undoing. Throughout the entire play, Hamlet is told in no uncertain terms to stop being so expressive in his emotion. Roman again thinks back to night before. Oh, quit crying, Roman. Don't be so dramatic. The young teen jumps slightly when the bell rings again, but he quickly shoves his book into his backpack and tucks the zipper closed. With third period over, Roman knows he should to head to the cafeteria for lunch. But instead, as he makes his way through the hallway and down the stairs, he soon finds himself at the door of the theater. He opens it without really thinking and slips inside. It's absurd quiet. The door clicks closed behind him. The stage is stripped. They had just finished protection. Bye-bye, birdie, and stands empty with the house lights up. Roman takes a deep, calming breath of the smell of dust, wood, and paint. An odd, aching pain gives a small tug in his chest. Slowly he makes his way down the aisle of seats towards the edge. He sets his backpack on the ground before hoisting himself up and sitting on the edge of the stage rest. Roman doesn't know what to do. He groans and lays back on the stage floor. Why does he even care about what his parents think? They didn't know him. They might as well be strangers, given how little Roman actually saw them. Weeks would pass between him seeing them, and he had been that way for as long as he could remember. When he was small, he got used to seeing babysitters cycle through every few days. Rarely was there consistent phase in his life before he made friends with Logan and Patton in the first grade and then Virgil in high school. His parents hadn't seemed to care when Roman tried sports and cared even less when he started getting involved with the theater in middle school. Meanwhile, Logan and Patton and later on Virgil had come to nearly every performance and game Roman had been part of. One time, in 8th grade, Roman ran away to Patton's house. He still doesn't know to this day if his parents even noticed. When he'd started secretly dating Virgil, he had started to believe he could be worthy of someone. Roman had always believed that was more testament to who Virgil was than himself. But last night had been an ice-cold bucket of reality. His parents didn't believe in him. What did that say about him? The answer was simple. Roman is unremarkable. Not enough for even his own parents. What makes him think he's enough for anyone else, especially Virgil? Hey, what startles him out of his thoughts, his eyes flying open. He hadn't even heard the door open. Virgil is standing above him, his hands in pockets of his hoodie. Virgil, Roman says surprised. He sits up, rubbing his back of his neck. Oh, hi. Virgil gives him a long look that Roman doesn't return before shrugging off out of his backpack and taking a seat beside Tinator. Thought I might find you here. Roman busies his hands by pretending to examine his nails. Yeah? Out of the corner of his eyes, he sees Virgil now. When you didn't show up for lunch, Ben and Lou got worried. Roman groans and pinches the bridge of his nose. He'd completely forgotten that he had told them that he'd talked them during the lunch. Sorry, need to talk about it? Virgil replies, his voice just a touch softer. It's with that rare gentleness that always been a small part of Roman milk. Roman doesn't answer right away, torn between part of him part of himself that feels so complete, unworthy of this boy sitting beside him, another part of that wants to hold on to him and never let go. Mom and Dad came home last night, he says eventually. Whatever kind of reaction Vetter has news to say of his face. Oh, he says, things didn't go well. Roman elaborates hesitantly. It wasn't any huge thing, just they asked me about college. They are not fans of what I have had in mind. If you are gonna insist on doing that gay ass shit, I'm not paying for it, his dad had told him in the icy glare. They don't get to decide what you do with your life, Virgil tells him, an edge of protectiveness slightly true, especially when they haven't been involved in it much at all. Roman lifts dismissive shoulder even as he sighs permanently. No, I know that. Virgil says, Roman, what? Roman feels Virgil's long, slender fingers covered his own. Look at me. He takes in deep, slow breath and lets his eyes flicker up to meet his boyfriend's. There's sincerity, insanity in his gaze that catches Roman off guard. I got your back. Roman shakes his head quickly. I don't deserve you. Why'd you settle for me? Roman asks suddenly and earnestness. Something flashes through Virgil's eyes. Who says I'm settling? Roman shakes his head and looks away. You are... He releases a breath. You are strong, resilient, loyal, and God, Virgil, you are a walking masterpiece. I'm just me. Virgil's hand grips Roman's lip tighter. Stop, Roman, he sighs. You are better at words than I am. But you are incredible talent and dedicated and so creative. Every time I see you up on the stage doing what you love, it's amazing. Roman, you are kind and courageous and in ways I could never be. And if your parents can see that, it's their loss because knowing you it's been one of the best things to happen to me. Roman closes up, advertising his gaze to look at their entwined hands. Virgil squeezes it softly before cutting. Roman, I didn't settle for you. I chose you. His vision blurs suddenly, and he opens his mouth to respond when the sound of the theater doors openly interrupts them. Both of them jump and pull their hands away instantly. Roman looks up, relaxing when he sees Logan and Patton walking towards them. Roman reaches out and takes Virgil's hand again.